morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's Daily Dose. It's Thursday. Wow, happy Thursday, everyone. We're almost there at the end of the week.
I know, right?
As you will notice, Daily Dose here, this is not Jeff. So welcome, not Jeff. This is Samantha Hernandez, our education reporter. I think you've been on the show maybe once before.
I was on the first day of school last year. We visited
right.
Washington, saw the officers handing out pencils, greeting the returning students,
right.
and talking about the rollout of their disciplinary plan for the year.
Right, so thank you so much for coming back on the show. We really appreciate it. So we are here at the Creamery in downtown Green Bay on Washington, enjoying some delicious breakfast, as you know we enjoy doing here on the show. Any chance to eat some good food, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the reason why I wanted to have Sam on the show today is that we have a new, we're rolling out this new style of reporting different types of crimes, cops, courts, stuff. And it's sort of a team effort between Sam and I, but you're really taking the lead on this new thing called the blotter. So
yes.
I want you to explain to our viewers what exactly that is, and if they look it up on our website or see it in our paper, what they can see in that article.
Okay, so the blotter started out as our night reports. We send a nightly report saying, things that have happened, and I started hearing stuff from dispatchers and police officers that I thought was just funny but not newsworthy.
Okay.
And I would send it to Shelby and our editor Carl Ebert and Paul Cerubis, and they thought it was really funny. And one day Carl just walks up to me and says, you're going to make this into a column. It's going to be 2 or 3 sentences just about these funny things that you hear. And so it's kind of grown from there, and just what we do is we just grab the very basics of something that might not, warrant a full-blown story, but
right.
just as interesting, or is like a message to the public, or, it's important to get out there, but we just don't have the room or the time to really chase it down.
Right.
And so that's kind of the criteria for writing out the pieces, and some of them are a bit longer because we've added courts to it now, to things that are interesting but might not be a story we're gonna follow to the end.
Right.
But most of the pieces are probably 2 to 5 sentences, and just kind of give the who, what, when, where, and why.
And you had mentioned sort of the funny items, but it's really not just funny ones too. It's sort of weird, strange things that happen, like you said, that don't really arise to a regular news story, but people still want to get a taste of.
Yes.
So does this go weekly? Like, when does this appear on our website? When does it appear in the paper?
Okay, it goes up usually midday Friday, and it comes out in the paper on Saturday. And so far, the reception has been really good.
Really good. And if you're wondering what that sound is, so we're over here on City Deck, and they have these little spouts that you can press a button and water shoots up. So it's all a part of being downtown in Green Bay. So we'll make sure to talk nice and loud for you here. So you've been doing this now for several weeks. What is the oddest thing that you've heard of, or if you have a favorite news item that you put in the blotter, what would that be?
Oh gosh, I mean, there are so many. I think most recently there was a girl who called the police about being possessed after she was playing with a Ouija board. And what I thought was neat that came out of there was, the little girl, rather than getting, really in trouble with officers, just got a talking to and said, talk to your parents before you call 911, and they handled it in a way that I thought was, very fitting for the situation.
Right. Well, we talk about looking at these stories that might not be a full-blown story, but now I think the blotter has really encouraged us to really look at that lockup list every morning and look into things that we might not normally look into. So, for instance, I went to court initial appearance recently for an 8th OWI, and sadly that might just sound like a standard thing now, but when I looked at the criminal complaint, there were a lot of very interesting, ironic details in it, and it ended up being a full-blown news story. So are you seeing that too, that we're really kind of expanding what we think of as a story now as well?
Yeah, I really think so. Shelby and I both handle courts now. That's something new, and then we're both handling breaking news. But yeah, I think that we're really taking a new look at what is a news story.
Right. Well, the other thing that I've been really appreciating is that as I've transitioned to an urgency role, right, urgency reporter, we don't really like the title of that, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I've been noticing that a lot of people have been reaching out to me and saying, hey, I saw this happening at the corner of blah, blah, and blah, blah. What's going on? So it's people telling us what they're seeing, wondering if we know something, and we really appreciate that because maybe you're seeing something right as it's happening. We don't know about it yet. So in that case, Sam, if people wanted to connect with you about something, where can they reach you at?
You can reach me on Twitter at svhernandez, or you can reach me on Facebook on my public Facebook page, which is facebook.com Samantha Hernandez Reporter.
And same for me on Twitter. I think I'm PG Shelby Leduc, press Gazette Shelby Leduc. And then on Facebook, my reporter page is just my first and last name. So Shelby Leduc, personal page has my middle name. So reporter page, business page, just first and last names, easy peasy. Any other sort of things that you've heard over the scanner recently that made your ears perk up?
Oh, I think I'll tell you the one that scared me.
Okay.
Often the officers train for kind of like live shooter scenarios.
Okay.
And they will sometimes not use their training channel. And so one night it came through as, mass casualties, things like that, and my heart stopped.
And you didn't know it was training?
No, until I got it confirmed that it was training. And just like to show just how neat our newsroom is, our Packers reporters stepped in, listened to the scanner while I made phone calls to make sure it wasn't a true emergency.
Yeah. Well, and if you're wondering how we go about listening to it too, I mean, we have a scanner in the newsroom that pretty much everyone can hear, but one of the greatest inventions, and I've actually written about this with a column before, is having that scanner app on your phone, because if you are out somewhere just as a regular citizen or a reporter as we are, and you see something or you hear something, you can turn on your scanner, you can kind of get an idea of what's happening, but that is not where our reporting stops.
Yeah.
We just use that as to kind of get a story rolling and then call and make some confirmation. So I think that kind of does it as far as explaining our blotter. Once again, look out for it in the paper as well as online, and yeah, give it a look over, because I know that you really highlight one that is the most interesting as far as what it's titled, but that's not what it's limited to.
Yeah.
You go into that story shell and there are a ton of different things that happen throughout the week.
So, should we give people a highlight of what's going to be in this week's blotter?
Yeah, give a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
I think the big story in this week's blotter is a man who opened the trunk of his car and found his ex-girlfriend. You'll have to read the column to find out how that ends.
So many questions come to my mind when you say that sentence, Sam.
It ends really anticlimactically. Spoiler alert.
Hey, well that's good news then, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well thank you so much for watching this morning's show. Make sure to like and share this with all your friends and family on Facebook and all over social media. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning on Friday.
Nice.